Hey Phoenix Numerology family, how y'all doing today? So today I wanted to talk a little bit about Life Path 1. And so when we talk about life paths, we're talking about what the direction your life is going to be moving into, right? So might not be exactly where you are right now, but as you progress through life, what are the choices you're going to be making, and what sort of path are you going to be walking? And so when we think about life paths, oftentimes what we think of is the lessons that need to be learned, and this is based on how our personality interacts with our life path. But the choices that we make and the lessons that we need to learn are often inherently within our life path. And so I'm going to start with a life path 1. And so this is the first number in numerology. And so this is all about ones. And so 1 in numerology is considered the ultimate masculine number. It's considered kind of the go-getter, the do-it-yourself, the autonomous one. It's considered all of the things that really are this traditionally masculine view of the world, right? And so when you think about a life path 1, some of the things that are going to come to mind is of this highly autonomous individual, someone who doesn't care what anyone else thinks, someone who's okay to go it alone, someone who isn't really phased or is pretty nonplussed by other people's opinions. They're like, okay, cool, that sounds good. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, right? So not necessarily the most coachable of people, but when you walk down this life path 1, oftentimes it's a path of travel. First off, oftentimes it's a very isolating path. It's a very solo, independent path. But it's not to say that they necessarily feel lonely, because this is the path that they're meant to walk down anyways. And so this kind of very independent path means that they're going to make choices that other people might not understand. They're going to say and do things that other people aren't going to agree with. They're going to likely, as they get older, speak their mind more freely. They're not going to care what people think about them. They're going to do kind of the weird careers or the odd jobs or the CEO style things where they are going to be the person at the top of the mountain, at the top of their kingdom. And they're going to take a look at the paths that are available to them, and they're going to say, you know what? I don't like any of these paths. None of these paths really matter, and I'm going to take the road that's less traveled, or more likely, they're going to take the road that's not even there. And so these ones could be oftentimes considered innovators, not necessarily because they're innovative, but because they don't let the confines of society, of people's opinions, of themselves really limit their life. And so they are the people who are going to bust through their limiting beliefs and continue moving forward steadily and incrementally, and really without any sort of consideration towards what that might mean or what that might look like. So one of the things they'll say though is oftentimes if you have ones that are unbalanced, particularly if we have a life path 1, when you have someone who's very independent and very isolated, sometimes their decisions can side into selfishness and narcissism. And so this is something that needs to be watched within this one life path, and within people who have one as their life path, is be sure that your independence isn't hurting others, but also that it isn't narcissistic and selfish, and you're not forcing others into your belief systems, into your patterns, into what you are doing, because it's your way or the highway, right? And so sometimes this can be problematic, but if it's balanced out correctly, again, these are the innovators, these are the creators. So there is a reason why CEOs have a higher percentage of psychopathy than the general public. And they just choose to go about it their own way, right? 4 times the amount if we're being specific. So that's a little bit about life path 1s. So if you are a life path 1, keep making those decisions, but just be sure that you don't become a narcissist who doesn't care about other people, because other people are also going to get you pretty far in life, and it's nice to feel connected. So that's what I've got for you guys today, and keep on doing numerology. Have yourselves a good one.